Look who's back.
Hey everybody! Welcome to our channel Living in Richmond, Virginia, where we show you exactly what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in RVA.
In this video, we're going to show you 5 neighborhoods in Short Pump where you can find homes with 2,000 square feet for under $500,000.
And we will tell you a little bit about Short Pump and why it is our absolute favorite suburb in Richmond.
Now, we have covered 2 of these neighborhoods before, so those will be at the end, but be sure to watch this whole video because all of these neighborhoods are excellent options.
If this is your first time to our channel, welcome. I'm Sarah Jefferson.
And I'm Taylor Jefferson.
And we own and operate Jefferson Grove Real Estate.
We are your Richmond relocation experts. We have helped families from all over the world relocate to Richmond, and if you're thinking about doing the same, be sure to download our free and updated Richmond Relocation Guide.
It is full of useful information all about Richmond and the surrounding areas. The link is on our banner image and in the comments below.
Our channel is your one-stop shop for all things RVA.
We have over 80 videos featuring neighborhood tours, fun things to do around Richmond, relocation tips, pros and cons lists, and lots more coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our future videos.
Now, with all that said, let's dive in.
As we just said, Short Pump is our favorite suburb of Richmond. However, you will notice your money doesn't go quite as far here. We just did a similar video for Midlothian, and over there you can get 2,500 square feet homes for the same price, which is a noticeable difference in size.
Before getting into the neighborhoods, we're going to tell you a little bit about why Short Pump is our favorite area and why it's more expensive.
If you're already familiar with the Short Pump area, you can skip ahead to the next chapter.
The reason it's more expensive is because Short Pump is very commercially dense and has a ton of amazing amenities located within it. Looking at only a 3.1 mile stretch of West Broad Street from the Highway 64 exit to the Highway 288 exit, anything and everything you could ever want or need is located right here.
Starting in the east, there is West Broad Village, which has a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, multiple restaurants, and the gym that we go to, ACAC. Across Broad Street, there's a Target and Home Depot, and continuing west, you will pass by a Walmart, a movie theater, and in the middle of Broad Street, there is the Short Pump Town Center, which is a super nice open-air mall with great shopping and dining. Further west, there are multiple grocery store anchored shopping centers that you will pass, including a gigantic Kroger and a very nice Wegmans with a Cabela's right beside it.
Right before you get to Highway 288, there's Drive Shack, which is a lot of fun, even if you don't golf. Plus, there are tons of other commercial centers, really nice parks, and other dining and entertainment options scattered about the area.
Beyond the nearby amenities, other reasons to love Short Pump include highly rated public schools, and you have very easy highway access with Highway 288 to the west and access to Highway 64 to the east.
If you aren't familiar with the Short Pump area and want to learn more, be sure to check out the videos in our playlist, Living in Short Pump.
Alright, so with that out of the way, we're going to start with the most unique neighborhood of the video, which you will either love or hate, and that's Cedar Chase. Cedar Chase is located to the east in Short Pump, south of 3 Chapped Road and north of Deep Run Park. There are only 126 homes within Cedar Chase, so it isn't a very big neighborhood. The houses here were built between 1984 and 1991, and the first thing you will notice about it is that all of the homes are contemporary style floor plans with cedar siding, and that is why we said you will either love it or hate it. Cedar siding is definitely a higher maintenance siding than brick, vinyl, or hardy plank, and contemporary floor plans aren't everyone's cup of tea. So if you don't want cedar siding or contemporary style homes, you will need to look elsewhere. But if we didn't lose you yet, this neighborhood has a lot going for it. The first thing we love about it is the mature trees and landscaping, and many of the yards have great curb appeal. Also, towards the back end of the neighborhood, it connects to Deep Run Park, which has miles of walking trails, ponds, open fields, and playgrounds. Houses in Cedar Chase range in size from a little under 1,700 square feet to over 3,200 square feet, with 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 to 3 bathrooms. Yard sizes range from 0.23 acres to 3/4 of an acre, but the average is just over 1/3 of an acre, which is pretty typical for the suburbs. Prices range from the low 400s to the mid 500s, and the past year there were 7 sales in Cedar Chase, and 3 of those sales were above the $500K mark, but only one of the sales had less than 2,000 square feet and it sold for $405,000. So if you can be a little flexible on size or price, this neighborhood will deliver results. And great news if you don't like HOAs, because Cedar Chase doesn't have one. The last benefit is that the school systems are highly rated with Short Pump Elementary, Pocahontas Middle, and Godwin High.
Up next is a much more standard and probably less polarizing neighborhood, and this is Ridgefield Green. Ridgefield Green is located northeast of the intersection of John Rolfe Parkway and Ridgefield Parkway. Directly across the street is the John Rolfe Commons Shopping Center, which has a Publix grocery store and a YMCA, plus a few other restaurants and shops. And to the east is the Glen Eagle Shopping Center with the Crunch Fitness and a few other restaurants, including a really good Mexican restaurant, Mi Jalisco. This is a pretty small neighborhood with just under 90 homes located within it. With the year built of 1995 through 2000, you won't find any contemporary style homes. They're all practically colonials and transitional style floor plans. Now, we will say that some of the exteriors are a little vanilla, but you can always plant some extra landscaping or do some improvement to the outside to add to the curb appeal if needed. But what you can't do is change its excellent location, and that is what you're really buying here. Yet again, this is another neighborhood that doesn't have an HOA, which isn't too common to find. About 2/3 of homes in the suburbs of Richmond do have an HOA. The yards are a touch smaller than the last one, with Ridgefield Green homes having 1/4 of an acre on average. The homes are slightly smaller too, with a range from 1,600 square feet to just under 3,700 square feet, but the average is closer to 22. Over the past year, 5 homes sold within Ridgefield Green, and all 5 of the sales were somewhere in the 400,000s, with an average sale price of 466,000. But of course, as we were making this video, the largest 3,700 square foot home was listed at $600,000. Now that particular one was a massive outlier because it had a fully finished basement with in-law suite. So rest assured, if your budget is $500,000, this neighborhood will deliver results. But be sure to do some research into the elementary and middle school for the neighborhood. They aren't as highly rated as some of the others.
Up next, we are just going across the street to Stonequarter, which is located southwest of the same intersection as Ridgefield Green and has all the same nearby amenities. This is an older established neighborhood with an average year built of 1988, so expect lots of colonial style floor plans and mature landscaping. This neighborhood has 133 homes located within it, and over the past year, there were 7 sales in Stonequarter, and all of them sold between the high 300s and the mid 400s. But the one that sold in the 300s was a massive fixer-upper, so expect something closer to the neighborhood average of $419,000. Sizes range from 1,800 square feet up to almost 3,000 square feet, and they have 3 to 4 beds, with pretty much all the homes having 2.5 bathrooms, and a decent amount of them have garages too. As you can see, the yard sizes are pretty typical for the suburbs, with a little more than 1/4 of an acre on average. Unlike the others, Stonequarter does have an HOA, but it's only $15 a year, so don't expect it to be very strict. Despite its close proximity to Ridgefield Green, Stonequarter has a different elementary and middle school, and only the elementary school would require some research as it's rated 5 out of 10.
Okay, so these next 2 neighborhoods we have covered before, one in our Best Neighborhoods of Richmond video and one in our Affordable Neighborhoods and Short Pump video. But we went out and got all new footage, and they are both really great options, so you won't want to skip them. Up first will be Wellesley, which has the best location in our opinion. Wellesley is located just south of Three Chopped Road, split into 2 sections by Lauderdale Drive and bordered by North Gayton Road and Pump Road. You are right in the middle of Short Pump's commercial bubble, with the Short Pump Town Center directly to the north and anything and everything you could ever want very close by. Wellesley is a large master plan community with a wide range of offerings, but for today's video we're focusing on the 4 sections: Langtree, Danewood, Autumn Chase, and Ridgemere. Those will deliver 2,000 square foot for under $500,000. In total, those 4 sections have just under 250 homes within them, and prices range from the high 300s to the high 500s, with an average sale price of $459,000. This is an 80s and 90s neighborhood, so expect to find lots of colonials, and there's some 2-story capes scattered about too. Sizes range from a small 1,200 square feet up to a much larger 3,000 square feet, and the average of these 4 sections being right at 2,100. As you can see, some of the yards are very small, but on average you'll find around 1/4 of an acre. There were 11 sales within these sections in the past year, and only 1 sale was above the $500,000 mark, but 5 of them were smaller than 2,000 square feet. What you are buying here is first, the location with amazing nearby amenities, and second is the neighborhood. The neighborhood is beautiful, and Wellesley's HOA provides tennis courts, a community pool, and across from the pool is a lake with walking trails all around it. Plus, the school systems are top rated here. We love Wellesley, which is why it was in our Best Neighborhoods of Richmond video, but one thing to watch out for here is hardboard siding. And given its desirability, you will notice your money doesn't go as far here as it does elsewhere. But if the pros outweigh the cons for you, this is definitely a great option.
Last, we are ending in Crown Grant. Crown Grant is located in the heart of Short Pump, east of Pump Road and north of Ridgefield Parkway, and has a little over 260 homes within it. You are only a short drive away from everything that Short Pump has to offer, and you are super close to Godwin High School, Deep Run Park, and the Glen Eagle Shopping Center. This is the oldest neighborhood in the video, with homes from the 70s and 80s and an average year built of 1979. Overall, it's a very pretty neighborhood with lots of cute homes, but some of the homes' curb appeal is hit and miss. The majority of lots are 0.35 acres and under, but there are some towards the east side of the neighborhood that are quite large. Homes here have between 3 to 4 bedrooms and 2 up to 3.5 bathrooms, and are between 1,400 square feet to under 3,200 square feet. Two cons to this neighborhood are that garages are hit and miss, and as with all older neighborhoods, be on the lookout for hard board siding. Over the past year, there were 14 sales in Crown Grant, and while 6 of those sales were smaller than 2,000 square feet, only 1 sale was above the $500K mark. So this is a great neighborhood to target if $500K is your max budget. Just be prepared for older style floor plans and the potential for them to need updating. There's an HOA here, but it's only $75 per year, so don't expect any amenities. And lastly, the school systems here are also highly rated, with Gayton Elementary, Pocahontas Middle, and Godwin High.
So, there you have it. 5 neighborhoods in Short Pump where you can find 2,000 square foot homes for under $500,000.
Short Pump is our favorite suburb of Richmond, but no denying that your money doesn't get you as far as other places like Midlothian or Wellesley. So if you want a larger and more updated home, you will either need to look elsewhere or up your budget.
That said, you don't have to live in Short Pump to enjoy its amenities. In fact, the majority of our relocation clients really love the Short Pump area, but opt to live in Midlothian or Wellesley because they like the homes located there better, and those areas have their own commercial bubbles with everything you need for daily living.
And traveling between the different suburbs around Richmond isn't bad at all.
I literally do it all the time. But it's really all about what you want and what you give priority to in your home search.
And our goal is to help you find the perfect balance of house and location.
If you're thinking about relocating to Richmond, be sure to hit us up. We have the knowledge and experience to help make your move as stress-free and easy as possible.
Thanks for being here with us today, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.